my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, this is going to be a very exciting video. This is going to be a very exciting video, I promise you. And if you've been following the last several videos on my channel, then you might know that I've been after a particular bag at Louis Vuitton, and I can't get my hands on it. It's not available, whatever. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I just came back from Hawaii, and one of the locations that I was in Waikiki. And I had stopped in a couple of the Louis Vuitton stores there, and I will insert some video footage of me just trying on a few bags and just seeing what there was and that sort of thing. I did stop in another Louis Vuitton store. It was very impromptu, and I was not planning on doing any kind of shopping or anything like that. It was a very casual night, and I had come across a very, very special bag. And if you think you can guess what color or type of bag that I got, then why don't you stop the video right now and just put it in the comments below before you continue watching, because I'd be interested in knowing what you guys guess, because it's a fun one. I'm gonna insert some video footage now. I'll do some voiceovers, but then I'll meet you back here and we'll do the reveal. This is the Louis Vuitton in the Hilton Village, and it is so cute with this beautiful Japanese style house. And it's a smaller store, but it still had a decent sized collection. So I saw this Dauphine bag. The one that I'm trying on right now is the East-West version. I loved this version so much. It is so practical and even better than the MM size that I have at home. This pink Capucines bag is so beautiful. It is in the MM size, and if you look at the detail of the LV, it is so gorgeous. The interior lining is so pretty. I love those kinds of details. This is a closer look at the detailed LV with the flower motifs on it. This is a side trunk in the PM size. It is way tinier than I initially had thought. It is so small, very cute, but you really can't hold too much in there, and the opening is very small. This is a beautiful Capucines mini that I tried on. It's in this gorgeous green color. It doesn't show very well. The guy in the store at LV kept telling me to stop filming, and I could only take still shots, which is why I have a mixture of still and video. But if you compare the LV mini and the side trunk, they're both very comparable in size. This is another Capucines mini that I absolutely loved. I love those details on the motifs on the edges of the bag. It is not showing the color correctly. It's showing much more blue in these pictures, but it's actually a very green, evergreen green. The lighter green appears to be kind of a mint green, but it leans a little bit more lime green, and it has the cream flap. It has a more avocado green handle. So it's got 3 colors to it, and it's really, really pretty. I was definitely considering it. The guy kept yelling at me about filming, so it was really hard to see the actual picture. I feel like video is where you can see the color a lot more accurately than in still shots because the lighting is so bad in LV. This is him approaching me, telling me to stop. And this is me continuing to film. And honestly, the sales associate that I was working with did not care that I was filming, but this guy kept coming after me, and he was another sales associate. So it was kind of annoying. So later in the week, I decided to make an impromptu visit at this Louis Vuitton. It was not planned, and I was just only intending to pop in for 5 minutes so I can see what they had inside, and it was the best 5 minutes ever. And it was not 5 minutes, but it was so, so fun. They had a much larger selection of Capucine bags, so there was so much more to look at, and it was just so much fun. I believe this was the BB size. It was so gorgeous. It definitely had mint green tones to it, but it had more aqua to it. Look at that chain, and the flap color is different. It is so gorgeous. I was so tempted to get this as well. There were so many bags that I was tempted to get. What do you guys think about this new bag? It's the Dauphine Soft GM. I think it's primarily meant to be a shoulder bag, although it's got two straps to it. One is adjustable, and it's a very soft, mushy bag, and it looks very large. Too large for me. These are the tall Alma bags. What do you think about those? This huge vanity trunk thingamajiggy is a cool $185,000. It is so crazy. I think Jeffree Star has something like this, or something for his shoes or something like that, but customized. It's always fun to see some of the ready-to-wear pieces, so I'm just going to show you what they had in store here. love this blazer. It is so chic. I love the lining. I love the patch. It is so pretty. God. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So I can't remember ever being so giddy about a handbag. Okay. So I gotta cover this up better. Okay. Now, what I got. Okay. So if you've already put your guess in the comments below, then I'd be interested in knowing if you were right or not. But I think I'm gonna surprise you. So if you've been following me for a little while, then you probably know I've been obsessing over this Louis Vuitton Capucines bag. And this Capucines bag is everything. It's got a kintsugi handle, the enamel, it's just so beautiful. It's this perfect mint green color. It's in the mini size and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I can't get my hands on it. I'm obsessing over a mint green bag. I did post my last video, also a Hawaii shopping vlog where I went into Gucci because there was another Gucci bag that I was eyeing, and it was the Diana shoulder bag, and it was also in the mint green color, but when I saw it in person, it just didn't hit right. It just wasn't the right bag for me. The color just wasn't as vibrant as I had hoped it would be, and I decided to pass on it. So this is the bag that I ended up getting. Now, I think I just have to explain and then we'll get into it. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Okay. Here we go. And I'm gonna explain why I got this. And okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. So I got the Louis Vuitton Mini Capucines in this amazing, they call it the color banana. And it is this beautiful, soft, pastel, buttercream yellow with a cream trim around the edges, gold hardware. It is so gorgeous, but this is not the end of the reveal. I will show you this strap real quick first. This comes with a shoulder strap. It's one of the thicker ones. As you might know, there are lots of different Capucines with different types of straps. Some have chains, some have a thick strap, some have a thin strap, some are adjustable, some are not. This is not adjustable, but this is the perfect length for me. And as I said, this is not the end of the reveal. So this is called the Mini Me. Why is it called the Mini Me? Because it comes with something called the cutie. This is two bags, yes, and it attaches together, and I'm gonna show you how they attach. But this, when I saw this, I was like, this doesn't come with this, does it? And she's like, no, it comes together. And I was like, really? Because, you know, sometimes they attach things that are not part of the actual bag and they just, you know, style it together as an accessory. This comes with the bag and it is so perfect. It is so beautiful. It is so gorgeous. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, that's not a mint green bag that you were so obsessing over. And you're right, obviously it's not. The reason I didn't was because, as you might have seen in the footage, there were a few green bags that I had seen. And there was a very close to mint green bag that I had seen in the first Louis Vuitton store. And it was also a mini size. It had a chain and interlaced leather strap. It was adjustable. It was a thinner strap. And it was really, really pretty. And I was very, very seriously considering it. But it wasn't exactly the mint green color that I was after. It just wasn't hitting the same way. And if you compare it against the other green kintsugi handle, that bag that I was after, it just would have been settling. I think the reality was that no other mint green bag would have hit the same way as that kintsugi handle was. And I just feel like if you're trying to get a bag that's gonna mimic that bag, it's just gonna keep falling short, because that was just like up here, and there's no other bag like it, and I wouldn't wanna settle for anything else. And so I felt like I had to start fresh. Like I had to start with a clean slate and just look for a bag that was gonna hit me differently, but still in a way that I was gonna be absolutely in love, and it was gonna be its own bag. And when I saw this, that's exactly how I felt. And I love yellow, but I'm very particular about the type of yellow that I love. And it can't be like any other shade but this very soft buttercream yellow. And I have to say that this shade of yellow very much reminds me of this little grandma sweater I used to have from the Gap, like when I was in 7th grade, that I always thought about. And it had this beautiful like floral embroidery on it. And even till this day, I still think about that sweater because it was so beautiful and it was just the perfect shade of yellow. And that's what this reminds me of. So this is it's dubbed the Mini Me. And I mean, look at this shade of yellow in the trim of the cream. And it is, this is where the rings are to attach the strap. And this is the inside. It's just this clean, fresh, happy color that, oh my God, I just sat on it. I just sat on the, oh my God. Okay, I just sat on the strap. Okay. I just need to chill now. Okay. I'm getting a little too excited, but no damage. Okay. So that is the mini bag, and the cutie of what it's called is exactly just like a regular Capucines. It even has the feet on the bottom. It has this little hardware, which is where it hangs, and it's got all the same details that you would see on any regular sized Capucines. It is perfect with the beautiful shiny hardware. It opens with the same flap. It even has that internal flap on the inside right here to keep the flap in place. It's got the divider. I mean, honestly, can you fit anything in here? No, you can't. You really can't fit anything in here. I wouldn't trust anything valuable to be put in here without, worrying about it falling out. So is it, anything necessarily functional? No. Maybe you could put like a few tissues in here, maybe one of those mini Tic Tac holders. I will do a full review on this bag. Trust me, I will, because it is worth its own separate video and review. I'm going to do a few mod shots. I'm going to insert it here just so you can see what it looks like on me. But I am telling you right now, this is so, look at this. Look at this. It is one of a kind. I mean, it's not one of a kind, if I'm being honest. When I was in store and I was asking about this, she looked in the system, and I think she said there was like 4 or 5 in the whole of the United States, and Hawaii only had this one. So as far as I'm aware, it's been a couple of weeks since I bought this, but there may be 1 or 2 or 3 laying around in the US at this point. And if you can find it, if you're interested in it, but it is so cute. It is so perfect. It is hitting me the same way but differently as the kintsugi handle was. It gives me the same pure joy and excitement, but it's not ever gonna fall short of the kintsugi, and I can finally let go of that bag, you know, mentally in my head, because I have this one and it's bringing me just so much joy. And you know, this LV actually has a cream enamel on it, and with the gold around it. I mean, the coloring on this is so perfect and it's so beautiful, and I just can't even tell you how much I adore this bag. And we will talk about the price. And okay, so let's talk about the price. It was not easy to swallow. And this brings me to another topic of video that I do think it's really important to discuss, and that I really want to have a conversation on, because it's really about at what point is too much to spend on a handbag. And I know it's so relative and it's so subjective, and it really depends on your own personal circumstances. But this was $7,000 US. The equivalent of how Louis Vuitton was listing this price in Canada was $9,000. But if you think of it, you know, in my own local currency of $9,000 plus tax, I'm just like, that is, I'm not well, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, that makes me feel unwell. And I say that with a slight laugh, but you know, there is something to be said about what's your limit. And I'm well past my limit of what I'm comfortable with. This, however, was I wish I could say it's gonna be my one and done, but my brain went a couple of different ways. One was, you are absolutely insane, Sharon, and what the hell are you doing purchasing a bag at this price point? And then the other side of me was thinking, I can't wait to get my next Capucine in another variation, because they are such beautiful art pieces, and I'm gonna get the next one. It's gonna be even funkier and cooler and even more artful. And I need to reconcile that with myself. So anyway, we'll get more into that in a separate video, and I think it's going to be an interesting conversation to have. So I'm not going to put a downer on this video. Let's put that aside for a second and just talk about how gorgeous this bag is and just how much I love it. And I don't know, I really have no words except to say that I'm absolutely in love with this bag. It brings me a lot of joy. If you are a handbag lover, if you are handbag obsessed, if you appreciate handbags the way that I and so many of us who watch my channel do, then you get it. I know you get it. So if you're just passing by and seeing this video for the first time with no real knowledge of or love of handbags, then I can see where the judgment comes from. But, you know, don't hate, congratulate. Okay, so anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you can share my excitement and understand where I'm coming from with this handbag. And like I said, I'm going to insert the mod shots on this video. We're going to go into more detail on this handbag, and I'll give you a thorough review of the pros and the cons and all the things. I have worn it a lot when I was in Hawaii. I really, really enjoyed it. Anyway, I love this bag. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to binge watch some of my other videos, go ahead right here, and I will see you in the next one.